Okay, this video is all about enharmonic notes. And what enharmonic means is that you can have two spellings of the same sound. So I can have a B sharp that is also a C. Those are enharmonic spellings of this sound, right? So C, B sharp, D double flat. It's all the same sound. The point is that I have optional ways, multiple ways of naming every note on the keyboard. Okay, so let's just have a look at a few of these. So we just will come across these every once in a while when we're dealing with diatonic steps and other kinds of steps. Every once in a while you're going to get two notes that are essentially the same sound but spelled two different ways. So A sharp and B flat, let's see. A sharp, B flat. Yeah, they're the same sound. They're the same key on the piano. They are enharmonic. Yes. Let's see if these two are enharmonic. So we know that we can cancel these out if we want to, but I'm still going to just think E sharp and then F sharp. Those are two different keys. So these two notes are not enharmonic. In fact, they're a diatonic half step. Okay, let's try this one. D flat and E double flat. All right, let's check that. D flat is here. E double flat is right there. Oh, those are actually a half step apart. Those are not enharmonic. All right, let's check another one. D and E double flat. Do those sound the same? Are they enharmonic? D, E double flat. Yes, they occupy the same key. Those are enharmonic. All right. And let's just do a couple more examples. I think this concept is pretty straightforward. We have multiple ways of naming notes on the keys, and we want a term that we can use in order to describe when we're using two spellings of the same sound, right? So two different looking notes that sound the same. So in this case, F double sharp is here, and G is also there. So this must be enharmonic. F double sharp and G are the same sound. E and F flat, let's see. Here is E and here is F flat. Oh, same key. Those are, yes, enharmonic. All right, so let's get some practice where we have all the possibilities, where we have chromatic half and whole steps, we have diatonic half and whole steps, and we have potentially notes that sound the same, right? Enharmonic notes. So here we go. Let's get some practice. So first thing to do is eliminate some possibilities, right? And right away, if we see two of the same letter, so B and B in this case used, we know that the bottom three buttons are now completely out, right? Diatonic means I need two different letters. Enharmonic means they would sound the same, which they can't possibly now with different accidentals on them. So this is either a chromatic half or chromatic whole step. So for these, remember, all we need to think is our spectrum of sharps and flats. So a natural note to a double flat. And we can just do it on the keyboard here for now. So B and then B double flat. So there we go. We've got a whole step, which we know from our accidentals that makes sense. A natural note to double flat should be two half steps down. So this is a chromatic whole step downward. All right, another chromatic, right? Same letter to same letter, A to A. Double sharp to natural. So I'll just do it real quick here. Double sharp A, double sharp, and regular A. We can see that's a whole step. Getting a lot of chromatics here. Okay, D sharp and D. D, D sharp. I see a half step. Chromatic half step. More chromatics. There we go, finally. Okay, two different letters. This is either diatonic or enharmonic. And let's check. So I can cancel out the flats if I want to, which would give me F and G. Right? Or I can stick with the flats, F flat and G flat. Both move down one key. That gives me a whole step. And because it's two different letters, it's diatonic. All right, another chromatic. Okay, here's another one. Diatonic with double flats. I'm going to ignore the double flats since they're the same. So I'm just going to think G to A. How far is that? It's a whole step, and because it's two different letters, it's diatonic. Okay, another chromatic. So F, so sharp to double sharp is a half step. Another chromatic. Normal down 1 to flat is a half step. Here we go. D sharp and E. I'm going to ignore the sharps again. D to E. It's diatonic. It's two different letters. And it's a whole step. I'm waiting for an enharmonic. And I got one. D sharp, E flat. Ah, same key. This isn't any kind of step, is it? This is enharmonic. Cool. Double flat to normal. So let's just do it over here for fun. D double flat and D natural. And this is the same letter used twice, so it must be chromatic. And I can see that it's a whole step. Well, let's do like two more. All right, F and G, or F double sharp and G double sharp. So no difference, right? I can ignore the doubles. F to G is a whole step. It's two different letters here, so it must be diatonic. Right? This is chromatic, same to same, right? Line, line. B flat to B natural. So that's down 1 and then normal, right? So chromatic half step. D to E, whole step, diatonic. B to A, right? Don't have to deal with those flats right now because they can be canceled out. Whole step, diatonic. E and F. Nice easy one, right? Chromatic, diatonic, half step. G and A, whole step. Ah, here's one where we have to deal with the accidentals because they're not the same, right? So I have an F double flat, and I have an E flat. Oh, they're the same key, enharmonic. Okay, let's do this one too. Anytime we have different accidentals, we should just work it out, right? G sharp and A flat. G sharp, A flat. Oh, same key, enharmonic. And we've done 20 already. Half step. Let's see if anything else cool shows up at some point here. Diatonic whole, chromatic whole, chromatic whole. Let's do this one. All right, so C flat, and oh, it's on B. So enharmonic. Cool, let's check this one too. D and E flat. So D to E flat. Oh, that's a half step, and these are two different letters used. So diatonic half step. Let's do last one. D sharp and E. D sharp, E. Half step. And then it's diatonic, right? Two different letters. Cool. B sharp, C sharp. So I can ignore the sharps if I want to. B and C. Diatonic half step. All right. So hopefully you'll get fast at that. Most of the problems will come from if you forget to check the clef before you read the notes on the diatonics or the enharmonics. It can warp your answer a little bit. So just watch out for those clefs and be really careful about what letters you're actually seeing. So I would over and over again maybe just speak the letter out loud as you do them. That may help. Okay, good luck. These get complicated, but you've totally got this. Just be able to eliminate a couple of buttons here and there. Most of the problems come from just not naming the letters correctly, right? So always double check your letters. Okay, see you in the next one.